on Vino. Evo on Vino. There we go. That's what it's going to be called.
Or wine time.
Or wine time. Whatever tickles your fancy. Is this music going to be playing throughout the whole thing?
I love it. I say keep it.
That sounds like NPR now. All right, so I want to make it fun. Can we please cut the music? All right, let's relax. It's not going to be that stuffy and uptight. So what we're going to do, we're going to try, we have 2 wines in front of us, one marked A, one marked B. So we'll try A, then I'll kind of get like your thoughts on it.
But do you want us to sniff it first? Do you want us to lick it? Do you what should we do?
Okay, well, hold on. Hold on a second. And
then
last
time on the last show, I gulped it down already at this point. I was done with it.
Just watch me. So we're going to try A, then we'll try B, and then at the end, we can kind of discuss what you think is the more expensive one, the better quality one, like which one you prefer, and then take a gander at what grape varietal you think it may be. So let's try A first, and since some people need instructions, like Tony, you can sniff it. We're drinking in these like little short plastic cups. It's not the most conducive to wine tasting.
Smells like Welch's.
Yeah. Anyone else want to take a stab at some things you're smelling?
Yeah, grapes. I'm getting grapes.
Very heavy undertones of grapes.
Yeah, and then take a little bit in your mouth and just kind of swirl it around. Make sure it covers the entire inside of your mouth.
That's non-alcoholic, right?
Mm. Is that what it sounds like? Yeah. So when I suck air into my mouth, it allows the wine to sort of oxidate inside your mouth, and you can taste more of the flavors. And it lets the aromas and any kind of flavor note sort of be more exaggerated.
Well, thanks for telling us now.
Well, it's hard to explain how to do it, so you kind of just have to like give it a try, but you just sort of like suck in while you're doing it. But I don't want people to.
If I like it in the front of my mouth, but I don't like it in the back of my mouth.
Well, actually that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
There's different tasty notes on your tongue. So like on the sides, it's you're gonna taste more like the acidity. The front is the sweetness. And the center is more like the mouthfeel. And so certain wines have more acid. Some have residual sugar. And I think with this one, as you said, it tastes like grape juice. It tastes like it's just pure sugar. So now let's try B and see what you think of this one.
Smell it.
Yeah, give it a whiff.
I don't smell anything.
Oh my god.
Those are yummy, right? Those are yummy, right?
I feel like B has a hint of cardboard, so maybe it's a nice box.
I get
drier.
I get like it.
Yeah.
It smells like smoke, vanilla, chocolate, espresso, roasted
Stop!
nuts.
You were doing so well. Very excited, and then I was like, oh,
I was
just
doing
making
very good
things
by
up.
shutting up.
B actually probably could be slightly chilled a little bit more. But so which one did you guys prefer, if any at all?
I'm gonna go with A.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
I like A.
Can I guess what B is?
Yeah. Well, okay, they're both the same grape variety, but they're different producers.
Oh, really?
Is this $2 check?
A,
B.
B. No.
Yeah, this one looks like a fence on it.
I kind of like B better. I think A was too sweet for me.
Yeah. Anyone else want to take a guess at what the grape variety may be? And I'll give you some options if like you're totally stumped. But do you guys want to?
Yeah. What kind of grapes are there?
So obviously, for the people that are in the room that can see it, it's obviously a white one. So it's going to be a white grape. Given A, you guys can tell, but it's a little sweeter. Do you guys know of like sweet grapes that there are?
I had no idea.
Well, do you mean, when you say varietal, do you mean like, because I know, like, are you saying like, oh, this is a Pinot Grigio, or oh, this is, okay, gotcha.
So it's the grape. It's the grape variety.
And that's a great variety.
Yes.
Okay. See, I don't even know that. There you go.
Is it a Riesling?
It is. Good job,
Oh my
Jack.
god!
Yeah. Look
We
at
got
that.
the wino.
I know. Former heavy drinker. That's all. It's okay. So A was Barefoot, and that's pretty well known as being not the most quality of wine.
That's why I like that one.
Yeah, it's $4. Riesling, the grape itself, And because I'm really into wine, I'm going to give like a very brief explanation of it, but I love this grape just because it can be a dry grape, it can be a dry wine, or it can be a sweet wine. And when you, thank you, and when you sweeten it the natural way, there's 3 ways of doing it. You can pick it when it's at late harvest, so it allows the sugars to concentrate. You can pick it when it's super cold, so the grapes actually freeze, and that concentrates the sugars in the grapes as well. Or, this is really cool, I think. This is me being a geek, so I'm a wine geek.
Yeah.
Or it can be attacked by this bacteria that's called botrytis, and that sort of like dries out the grape, and it looks super gross. Like it's literally like this fungus that's on the grape. And they use those, and that creates this really, really sweet, well-balanced wine. And that's why Rieslings are so awesome when they're done the right way. So B is the better quality wine. This is from Alsace, which has the most brilliant Rieslings ever. And it's a dry wine and has a lot of acidity. And what makes a great wine is the perfect balance between sugar and acid. And so Riesling can do that really, really well. But when you have something like Barefoot, which honestly I was embarrassed to buy it when I was in the store, I was like trying to hide it. They use unfermented grape juice, like a Welch's grape juice, and they put that into the wine to give it this very artificial, disgusting taste. Yeah, I mean, if you like grape juice, you're going to love Barefoot.
Gotcha.
But if you want something with a little more complexity and well balanced, then go for Trimbach, which is what B is.
How much was the bottle of wine that I thought was $2, Chuck?
24.
I'm sorry.
And if I take A and pour it into B,
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lord.
The perfect
Oh, wow.
mix.
how will it taste? I mean, what will that do? Would this
I
make it
have
better?
a feeling Tony's not going to like it no matter what.
I want to try it, but I finished my A.
So I used to be in love with Pacific Rim's dry Riesling, and it was a little bit more of a $2 chuck. I think it was probably like $9, $10 a bottle. Are you familiar with that brand?
I am.
And what do you think of it?
I think it's very commercialized, and I think they use a lot of. I don't know this for a fact because I haven't done research on them, but I think when you have those bigger brands, they do appeal to a broader range and a bigger market, and a lot of people want something that's easily drinkable, that doesn't have a lot of complexity, and that is going to produce the same thing over and over again. So they're going to use commercial yeast, they're going to use American oak, they're going to use things that are foolproof instead of what a lot of wineries do, and natural wines do, is they sort of concede to the climate and the weather, and they let the weather sort of connotate what's going to happen to the grape. And that's why they're more expensive, is because they're not using machinery, they're not using commercial products. They're letting the wines speak for themselves and speak for the terroir where they're growing.